Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Adeze Aduaka, and welcome to today's edition of Spice TV's 360 Daily Show, where fashion, fame, celebrity, and lifestyle meet in one perfect mix. Bringing you the freshest stories across Hollywood, Afrobeat, fashion, and pop culture. Let's dive right into today's top headlines. Alex Earl hints at a new chapter beyond social media. Prince Harry makes surprise DC appearance at privacy conference. Celebrity vulnerability is becoming more valuable than perfection. Tom Ford turns up the heat with new fig-led fragrance. And Anne Hathaway serves full fashion drama in Stella McCartney. And in our trending segment, Alex Earl is trending after launching Real Actives, her first skincare brand. The influencer and podcast host dropped a hint earlier this year, teasing at what she calls a new chapter in her career, which sparked curiosity among fans. Alex has been opening up more about personal growth, burnout, and figuring out what comes next beyond just viral content. She has now gone on to launch her own brand, thereby diving into the business world. That shift is why the story is catching attention. It feels like a less influencer, fluff, and more like someone trying to evolve in public. I really love this transition for Alex. I mean, imagine going from being a huge influencer on social media and a podcast host to launching your own brand. It is not an easy transition at all, because I know a lot of celebrities, a lot of popular figures think that they know business. To be honest, they just think, oh, because I have a lot of followers, I have a lot of fans, that means I can just launch any business and it's going to go viral and people are going to buy. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes, the buzz might just happen that first year when you launch. A lot of people are excited, they want to know about your brand that first year. And after the second year, there's a decline in sales. People will stop buying because, it's just because you are popular. Maybe they're just buying it because you're a famous person. So yeah, being a business person and being an influencer or someone who, has a large audience is totally different. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of intention to actually build and sustain a business over time. Because I've seen a lot of celebrities and a lot of popular people who have, come up with either skincare brands, fragrance brands, and they don't last. That first year, second year, it just ends there because you don't have like a solid team. People like Rihanna, for example, who launched Fenty, and she had a very strong, solid team. Fenty Beauty is one skincare and makeup brand that has stood the test of time. Like, it has solid products and it has a solid team behind it. I can also talk about Rare Beauty, for example. Selena Gomez owns that as well. It is doing so well. Brands like that, you need to have a solid team. But I'm happy for her. It's not easy launching a brand, but I'm hoping that she has a solid team, that will take up, maybe the admin side of this business, the sales part of this business, to actually build it into a solid brand. But yeah, I'm happy for her. Congratulations, Alex Earl. And in our sports segment, Prince Harry is making headlines after being spotted in Washington, D.C., attending the International Association of Privacy Professionals Global Summit, where he took part in an onstage keynote conversation. The Duke of Sussex reportedly spoke about privacy, online safety, and the personal impact of growing up under intense public scrutiny, a topic that clearly connects to both his public life and his ongoing advocacy work. What makes the sighting especially buzzworthy is that it wasn't a royal ceremony or a casual outing. It was a high-profile public appearance tied to one of the issues he's become most vocal about. The one thing about Prince Harry is that he's always going to be very vocal about issues that affect him or his family. People expect him to be very reserved, very polite, very, quiet. But he's someone who would always advocate, for, public rights, being able to be free to express yourself, to be yourself. And that is one thing I love about him. We've seen Meghan out at events, going, making moves here and there, but he's someone who is really reserved. And I'm happy that, he came out to this event to talk more about, privacy, because I think that is one thing a lot of public people struggle with. People dive into their lives, like, every single thing about them, people want to know. They do not mind their business as long as you are in the public eye. But I'm happy that, he's able to talk about how, more celebrities need that privacy, especially online. And they should also try to understand that there's a difference between you living your real life and what you see on social media. Like, there's a huge difference. And I'm sure that a lot of people expect him to, put up a kind of persona because he's a prince, but I mean, he's someone who has always been vocal about being himself. He doesn't care about, royalty. He doesn't really care much about, putting up this appearance, being a prince, looking like a prince, carrying himself like royalty. He's always just been about being himself, being private and minding his business and that of his family. I'm happy that he turned up for this event because, it's a rare sight and you hardly see Harry come out and, address issues like this. But yeah, I'm happy that he's an advocate for what he really is passionate about. One strong entertainment conversation right now is how more celebrities are beginning to speak openly about the darker side of fame instead of just presenting polished perfection. From Andrew Garfield discussing bullying to creators like Alex L talking about pressure and transition. Doja Cat also spoke about her mental health and therapy, while Dakota Johnson was issued a parking ticket. Audiences seem more drawn to honesty than carefully controlled image making, and that may be why these stories are leading so well. When they are seen experiencing what normal people will, they feel more human in an industry that often rewards performance over truth. And I totally agree. People now are looking for celebrities that they can totally relate to. They want to see you be as human as possible. They want to see you, show that you're struggling as well, show that you do or you live your life the same way every normal person will. And I'm also, happy that they're able to share their struggles as well. I mean, those who have faced bullying, those who have image issues, those who are depressed, because I mean, a lot of people can relate to that. And I'm so happy that they are now being more vocal about it instead of just putting up, one persona out there for people to just copy and, not being themselves or being too fake. I love that, celebrities are becoming more human now, in the industry. It's very, very rare to see because a lot of people get judged when they come out to speak about things like that. They are looking at them like, what do you mean? Why would you get bullied? Look at how you're dressed or look at the things that you're saying. Yes, you deserve to be bullied. You even get bullied more or even talked about more or even go back into depression more when you come out to speak about things like this, because then maybe you're expecting some kind of love on social media, that people will love you, people will encourage you or make you feel better. But then sometimes the opposite is always the case. People just come online and they bash you even more. That is why a lot of people don't come out to speak, especially those who are public figures and those who face public scrutiny a lot. But I'm happy that a lot of celebrities are now coming out more to talk, and it just makes them more relatable and gives them that connection with their fans and their audiences. And on our new collection in fragrance news, Tom Ford is drawing attention with a striking new scent from his private blend line, built around one of the perfumery's most sensual notes, fig. The fragrance Fig Erotique captures the fig from its fresh green opening to its richer, ripened warmth, creating what the brand describes as an amber, fruity scent with a deeply evocative finish. With its lush, seductive profile and signature private blend luxury, the new release adds yet another polished statement to Tom Ford's growing fragrance legacy. Now, if there is something that I love about Tom Ford, it is their brand. Their brand is classy, it is sophisticated, and I love some of their fragrances. I think one of my faves that I've actually tried from Tom Ford is the Tobacco Vanille. I really love that fragrance so much. I have both the body spray and the perfume in itself. So I'm so happy that they're able to release this collection. I think this leans more towards the masculine, right? I don't know if it's unisex or if it's just for the masculine gender or if it is unisex, but it sounds great. It sounds like something that's really strong. I mean, fig is such a strong scent, but yeah, it's a lovely collection. I mean, Tom Ford, they do fragrances, they do everything fashion right. So yeah, I'm hoping that this one too, a lot of people tend to love it and shop. And on Spicy or Not, Anne Hathaway turns heads in Head to Toe, Stella McCartney, while promoting The Devil Wears Prada 2 in Mexico, stepping out in a hot pink sequin, a mini dress that instantly stole attention. The look featured strong shoulders, a flat skirt, and shimmering all over sequins, paired with dark brown slouchy thigh-high boots that gave the outfit a bold, high fashion edge. She finished it off with silver bracelets, a red lipstick, and sheer black tights, making the whole look feel playful, dramatic, and very on brand for the film's fashion world. It was fun, flashy, and unapologetically stylish. But the real question is, was it spicy or not? You already know where to vote at This Is Spice TV Africa on all social media platforms. I love this look. I mean, I love the, shiny sequins top. I don't know about the boots. I don't think the boots gave her like the right fitting, but I love, the material, and I love the way it flatters what she's wearing. I love the makeup, love the choice of red lips, and I also love the hair as well. I mean, it's Anne Hathaway. Trust her to always come up with something fresh, something new, something dewy. It's really beautiful, to be honest. I think it just makes the whole look really playful, really cheerful, nothing too serious. But yeah, overall, I'll rate this look an 8 over 10. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Spice TV's 360 Daily Show. Don't forget to follow us across social media platforms at This Is Spice TV Africa for all the daily highlights in fashion, music, movies, and entertainment. My name is Adeze Aduaka, and until the next episode, do stay fabulous and always keep it stylish. Bye-bye.